you can make your home look absolutely gorgeous on a budget. Hey there, it's Christina from the DIYmommy.com. I am a firm believer that anybody can make their home look high-end, look expensive on any sort of budget. There's a few simple tricks that I've often used in my own home renovations, in my own makeovers, and I want to share those with you today. No matter how big or small your space is, no matter how high or low your budget is, you can use these to make your home look amazing. Let's get started. One simple way to make your cabinets look instantly more high-end is to swap out the hardware. So you could do this in your kitchen cabinetry, or you could do this on any furniture in your home. If you have some hardware, some knobs, some handles that are a little more dated, or maybe just not your style anymore, changing them for something a little more modern, a little more sleek is gonna instantly upgrade your space. I like to find my cabinet hardware at places like the Home Depot or Wayfair. I find places like that are really budget friendly and you can find some beautiful hardware. I swapped out the hardware in both of our RVs that we redid, and I feel like that made a huge difference in how the kitchens looked in both of those spaces. And I also opted for a little bit more of a modern hardware when we did the kitchen in our little lake house vacation rental. It has a sleek, very low profile, and I feel like it gives the space a little more edge, and I love how it looks. For an even cheaper option, instead of swapping out hardware, you could just paint the hardware that you have. I've painted some hardware before, and I've used some of my favorite brass-colored, gold-colored spray paints. I'll make sure to leave those down in the description box below. My recommendation is to put a coat of a clear polyacrylic to seal those, and then they're gonna last a long time. Simple DIY architectural details like this board and batten I've done in our living room, dining room, and throughout our home are also going to truly elevate your space. I love the look of this board and batten look trim. This is actually a pretty straightforward DIY. I just used base boards for this and I routed the edges. I do have a full step-by-step tutorial on how to do a treatment like this in your own home, and I will link that down in the description box below. I also love the look of picture frame trim. I did something like that in my niece's nursery. Also quite simple. You can even use a hand saw for this if you don't want to use a power saw. Crown molding can also give a room a beautiful look, really elevate the space. Not only make it look a little more expensive, but also make it look taller. It's gonna instantly make your walls look taller, your ceiling look taller, and your room look a little bit more grand. These simple architectural details are gonna take your space to that whole new level. Another way to give your home a bit more of a high-end look is to keep everything minimal. This is a hard one for me. I've been working on this for years. I have a tendency to over-decorate, and I know that about myself. However, if you keep your home decor accessories, your furniture at a minimum, it's gonna instantly make every piece feel a little bit more special, make your room feel more open, make it feel larger, and just make it look more high-end. Having lots of white space in your room for the eye to rest is gonna really give your room an elegant feeling. I'm still working on that in our own home here. I'm trying so hard to pull back. You've probably noticed a change in my style from 5 years ago to now, as I'm trying to pull back on all of the accessories, all of the wall art, and just really make some better choices in my home decor and choose more well-appointed pieces, but fewer of them. I feel like I did a pretty good job of this in our little lake house vacation rental. We do have fewer pieces, fewer accessories, so not only does that give the place a more elegant, restful look, but then it also makes it easier to clean. And that's the case at home too. If I had less decor, less accessories, it would be so much easier to clean. Another way to make your home look a little more luxurious on a budget is to use luxe feeling fabrics. I love the feeling of a cozy chenille. I also love faux fur as well. That gives a room an instant coziness and warmth. Love it in the winter. So when it's really cold right now, it is so great. I also love nice soft fabrics like velvets, and silks are also really luxurious too. So if you want to get this look on a budget, you can DIY your own pillow covers. So you could go all out and reupholster a piece of furniture in a luxury fabric like velvet, or get long velvet curtains. You actually can find some less expensive ones at IKEA, but if you want to just do this in small doses and just add that little bit of luxury into your home, DIY a pillow cover. And I will make sure I leave a link to my full tutorial on how to do that down in the description box below. Custom lighting features can instantly add glamour to your space. So you can completely rewire your wall to add something like a wall sconce or some sort of wall feature. However, there are ways that you can get custom lighting without having to rewire. So take, for example, the under cabinet lighting that we have here in the kitchen. These are just battery operated lights. They have a remote control I put on the side of the cupboard right here. Really easy to install, inexpensive, and I feel like they add so much more to this kitchen. I want to try this soon, but I've also seen people use the same sort of puck lights, the battery operated puck lights, in wall sconces. And then they glue a little piece of plumbing pipe to the puck light and then screw that into the light fixture. That's another way to use the battery operated lights in a wall sconce, mount that on your wall, no wall wiring required. You can also bring a little bit of glam through other light features like floor lamps and table lamps. Generally, symmetry looks a little more high-end when you're decorating. It has more of that traditional look, so 2 lamps on either side of a side table looks fantastic. I love real and faux flowers and greenery of any kind, but what's gonna instantly take your room up a notch is using real flowers or real greenery. This can get expensive, but you can just search your yard for greenery to use. So I like to use clippings from the yard, especially in winter. At Christmas time, you can make real greenery wreaths. You can make a really interesting branch arrangement, or grab some flowers from the grocery store and arrange them in a way that looks a little bit more expensive. One trick that I love is purchasing grocery store flowers all in the same color family. So whether it's all pinks and shades of pink, all white, shades of white, green, etc. Using just that monochromatic color scheme, or maybe 2 slightly different colors, is going to make your arrangement look more elegant. You can also use cut flowers from your garden. One trick I love for arranging those is putting a tape grid on top of your vase, and that's gonna make your arrangement look nice, even, and fluffy. Playing with different styles of drapery and all of the looks that you can get with drapes in your home has always been a favorite pastime of mine. I don't know if you can call decorating with drapes a pastime, but you can instantly make a space look beautiful and elegant with the use of drapes. Floor to ceiling drapery always looks really good, always makes your ceilings look higher, makes your room bigger, so just leave a couple inches at the top of your drapery rods for this look. Another recent hack that I have loved to make my home look a little bit more high-end is to double the drapery panels on either side, or just make sure that you have a pretty good amount of fabric on either side of your window. That's gonna make your drapes look more gathered, more full, and therefore instantly more expensive. But to not actually make them expensive, head to a place like IKEA. They have some beautiful curtain panels from anywhere from like $10 a panel all the way up to something a little more expensive like $60 or $70 for a pair actually of panels, Canadian. And they have a luxe fabric like this linen here. These linen panels were a great price for 100% linen, and they're nice and long, so they were able to go from the floor to the ceiling in my home. I feel like doubling up the panels on either side of my window and using this linen fabric really elevated my space. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed these tips and tricks on how to make your own home look expensive on a budget. Let me know down in those comments below which of these tips is your favorite. Have you tried any of these tips? Do you have some tips that we all need to know on how we can hack our space into something that looks a lot more expensive than it is? I would love to know. Make sure to comment down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more DIY and decor ideas on a budget. I'm gonna leave some more videos that I hope you will enjoy watching next right up here.